Alright YouTube fam, here's another video from Gardening with Vincenzo. And today we're going to talk about one of the very important herbs that people may or may not be aware of, but I use it. And here we go, this is the herb. It's rosemary. And what I've done here today is I'm going to show you how my rosemary live plant, I'm going to break him down and propagate him. Rosemary is a very important herb. It's an anti-inflammatory. It blocks cancer. It also alleviates pain. People use the rosemary oils for aromatherapy. They can actually get rid of or lessen migraine headaches. So it's a pretty versatile herb. And what I'm going to do right now is just begin. I'm going to hand off to my cameraman, Dangerous Dan the cameraman. Here he goes. Alright, first thing I'm going to do is take the plant right here, take it out of its jacket. It's a little bit on the moist side. Leave him right there. And the first way to propagate this by doing rootings. I'm going to cut the tops off of these right above a leaf. And what we're going to do is we're going to strip down the leaves of this. I'm going to set them right there. I don't want to break the plant, but I do want to get the leaves off. We'll let them dry. I'm going to show you what a dried rosemary looks like. We're going to place him right in the water, right on the windowsill. Now I have root tone, and we could have done a root tone dip, which may have expedited things. Do another snip, all nice and even, and we'll just strip off the leaves, and we're going to let them dry because that's what you use when you dry your rosemary. Pick off most of the leaves here. So I'm actually harvesting some as we're doing this video. Take those off. I'll leave just those couple on the top. And we'll stick that in the water also. So that's one way to propagate. Now what I'm going to show you how to do is to break these down. And I'm hoping we have more than one plant in here. I think we may. And I'm going to move him out of the road. And we're just going to gently roll him in our fingers. He's a little bit moist, but not super moist. And we'll just kind of work him here. Like I said, I think we have more than one. I sure hope so. I might be wrong on that. We'll see. You don't want to you want to try to break you don't want to try to break the roots up, but you do want to. That's why I don't have gloves on, so you can feel the roots. Well, I think we got two in here. Let's see if we got that. I thought we had more than that, but all right, you can hear the little cracking noise. Okay, there we go. Try to do this in a box so you don't make a big mess. You can see at the base the roots. We haven't really damaged very many of the roots at all. Well, I'm going to get two out of this, plus the two cuttings. There we go. And I brought up a couple little pots to stick on the windowsill. So I'm going to put a little bit of dirt in the bottom of this. And then I'm going to actually just sit this down in here, and I'm going to fill it again. So we'll get two live ones and two cuttings. Try to be ginger. I always, they're living things. I try to be ginger with things that are living. Alright, I'll move my box out of the road. And we're going to give him a little water in, set them right back up in there. Whenever you do cuttings, you always want to give them a good wet down when you add new soil to them. And give them a push a little bit, straighten them up nicely. And we'll stick that one on there. I'm a firm believer in feng shui. And we're going to take and do the other one. Move in the box. Get a little potting soil that I added some organic plant food in it. Oh, I probably put too much in. There we go. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to put the root down in there. Glad I had 2. I actually thought I had 4 in there. I was going to do 4. I brought 4 pots up. Alright. Well, you don't make a mess there carrying those little boxes. I couldn't wait to get my hands dirty a little bit. It's too cold outside here in zone 6A, but I really felt the need to play in the dirt. I'm a grower and I'm a firm believer in the herbs. Vitamin pills from nature. Taking a little time to drain. I got that packed a little bit too tight maybe. Put that down in the water. Alright, he's in there pretty good. And we'll stick that one right there. We're going to stick this one right in the center. I'm going to do the same thing with my mint. I'm going to stick him in his rosemary container. There we go. That's a round one. I'll stick him in the middle. No, I won't. I'll stick him right there like that. And I got an extra pot out of it, so that's how easy that is. And one thing I wanted to show you here real fast, and we'll have Dan the cameraman, is this is what the rosemary looks like when it's dried. Just the leaves are dried. And you can see that it's a whole leaf. Whether you can get real close on that. See, it's all the leaves just shrunken up. And it smells wonderful. You know, when they're fresh and you break them, you can smell it. And I add it to soups. I add it to chili. It's a good thing to add to meatloaf. And I absolutely throw this in my spaghetti sauce. So rosemary, again, a great spice herb. People don't, I think they're not aware of its wonderful qualities. You know, it's a block cancer, anti-inflammatory. It reduces pain. Women can even use it to decrease their menstrual cramps because it's an anti-spasmodic as well. So, if you have some rosemary handy, some rosemary, you can make your own. Now I have something that I'll refill this one up. I try to propagate herbs and spices. I'll do a lot more growing outside, and we'll have some other videos on that from the greenhouse. Alrighty, this is Gardening with Vincenzo. We're in the kitchen, but we're still gardening. Alrighty, good speaking with you. Thanks for spending some time. And y'all have a good day and happy Valentine's Day out there.